Perfect. Perfect. Welcome to our facial. We have the best teacher. We have the best of the best. Susan and Simone, right? Today too. Together,
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
going to learn all about our brand new, what I always call a brand new Lumi Spa. We have the blue one, the pink one, and I think everywhere is having special deals on it right now. I heard that in Asia, they're having something anyway. So we're going to learn how to use it the correct way. And also we're going to have the boost. And I have found out the boost recently have not only the boost gel, you have all these other gel that could go with it too. And it has amazing result. So I'm going to have to try today to start use. I heard that, this stuff here that I have on my face, that we should be able to use it and make corrections, make it better. Haha. Okay, so
Yay.
I want to welcome Susan and Simon. The floor is yours.
Thank
Welcome.
you so much. Thank you for the lovely introduction and for the honor it is to be able to present to this wonderful group of people. It's always so exciting to be here. And this will be the first time that you guys have met Simone. So in a moment, I'll get Simone to introduce herself, but she's like one of my besties in business. We work together all the time. I'm sure a lot of you have got a bestie in business as well. Spend a lot of time together, grow together, learn together, all of those wonderful things. So we're both in Australia. We both live in Melbourne. I have been partnered with New Skin now for nearly 10 years. And it's not something I ever thought I would be doing, but here I am. So I'd pretty much always owned my own business. I owned a recruitment company for a very long time. And New Skin came into my world just over 10 years ago after I had been through a really big change in my life circumstances. And I was looking to find something else that would allow me to generate an income, but also to be at home for my children. So I'm a mum of four. They're now young adults, 23, 22, 21, and 19. And
Wow.
it was,
You don't
yeah.
look it. I was thinking you look like you're like 25, 28 at most. Yeah.
Oh, I love
You
you.
too,
Mwah.
Simone. You look so young. You look like just college grad, you know?
No,
Oh, thank you.
we love you. So I'm 56 and Simi, how old are
Ah,
you?
54.
54, 56 and
wow.
50. But you know what? It's years of using these most phenomenal products. I think they make such a difference. And when people say to me, what do you do? I say I use new skin products consistently and I have done for 10 years, both inside
Hmm.
and outside. And the difference it makes, I think, is really obvious. So today we're here to chat to you guys about the magnificent Lumi Spa IO. And I always do this. Yay! We love the Lumi Spa IO. Number one in the world for 8 years in a row now, which is just phenomenal. And also, we call it the little sister of the Lumi Spa, the Age Lock Boost. So over to you, Sim, just briefly, if you can share your story, that would be great.
Hi, yes, as Susan said, we're besties in business. I have been with New Skin for nearly 9 years now. So not long after Susan started, she showed me the products and I fell in love with the products and the rest is history, as they say. So
So true, so true.
so true, so true. So
I'm just going to share my screen. Hang on, put my glasses on. And Sim, maybe if you can get us started.
yes,
Gotta love the searching around for things. Here it is. Can you see that, Sim?
yes, I can.
Fantastic. So
Yes.
we've introduced ourselves, and well, there's a difference in your skin, Sim.
Oh my goodness. When I saw that photo, I'm like, where'd you pull that one from?
I'm not really sure. I had it in my files. So funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously a big change to our skin, and I need to do an updated photo because that one was 6 years ago. All
Yes.
right. Well, I'll just quickly go through what ageLOC is. So both of these devices fall under our premium brand, which is the ageLOC range. ageLOC is a $10 billion brand. That's billion with the B. It is absolutely huge, and it is absolutely incredible that it's like the creme de la creme of anti-aging. And we got a great explanation of it when we were over in Utah, and we were very lucky to meet up with Dr. Joe Chang. And he explained all the technical stuff to us. But the best thing he said to us that has stuck in our mind is about how age lock sets us apart from the competition and what it does in relation to how our genes behave. So, Simi, what does he say?
He was so good because he said it in layman's terms, something that I can understand. He says that age lock gives your genes a spit and polish so that they behave the way they did when they were younger. So
Yeah.
that has stuck with me forever.
Yeah, me too. And who doesn't want that, right? Nobody
Yeah,
wants to look old and ugly and feel decrepit. And I know when I'm really old, I want to be full of life and energy and still going like this, just still just living life to the full and enjoying
and
every moment.
glowing.
Yeah, and glowing. And then when
Mm,
our life is over, we just, we're gone. That's it.
yeah.
No deterioration along the way. So that's what AgeLock is all about. And we have a number of products in the AgeLock range, but today we're going to be talking about these two incredible devices, starting off with the LumiSpa IO. And now I
Yes.
want to stop sharing the screen. So if you're happy to chat about it, Sim, that would be great. So we'll talk about the benefits and also the different treatment heads. That would be great.
Yes, so as you can see, the benefits there of everything that you want in your skin to be, the smoothness, the glowiness, the decreased wrinkles and fine lines, and it's just the best device that I have added into my routine. It is so easy to use. It's 2 minutes twice a day. It's waterproof, so you use it in the shower. Susan's going to pretend she's in the shower and clean her face.
Yeah. So you need to make sure your face is wet and the treatment head is also wet. Sim, how much of the cleanser do you put on?
I just put enough on to fill the center circle.
Me
Um,
too.
and then as you're doing, just put it all over your face and then start the treatment and just do it in sweeping motions. The treatment head is medical grade silicone. It's anti-microbe. What's the word, Susan?
Yeah, antimicrobial silver.
That's it. It's always a tongue twister, the antimicrobial silver. And what that means that it is hygienic. So after you use it, you can just rinse it under the tap and it's ready for the next person to use, which is so good. You replace them every 3 to 4 months. They just replace easy. I use the gentle head. What have you got? Have you got the gentle head on as well?
I love the gentle head. It's like a little octopus, little
Yeah, the
suckers.
little suctions. Yes.
I love
There's
it.
three different types. There's the gentle type, and that is for sensitive and acne-prone skin. There is the normal head, which is for combination normal skin. And then there's also the firm head, which is more for tougher skin, men with beards, and
Oily
I think that's
skin.
it. Oily skin,
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to say I'm pretty addicted to the gentle treatment head. Now, the other thing that I always like to share with people is when you're using your LumiSpa or your Boost, it's really important that you use that in a particular way. So an upwards and outwards action. So you don't want to be like dragging down on the skin. Okay, you want to do an upwards and outwards action because that helps to, well, first of all, helps you to defy gravity. Now, we don't want our faces sagging down and falling onto the floor as we get older. So it helps to defy gravity. But the other thing it does that is fabulous is it stimulates the lymphatic system. And Sim, why is that important?
But inflammation or for puffiness, our lymphatic system is like our drainage system,
Yeah.
but it needs help getting moving. So we need to be able to stimulate the lymph nodes, and that we've got them all over our face, down our neck, and all over our body. We need to stimulate them to work them, to wake them up, and to drain everything from the face, from all over the body.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like the sewage system for our body gets all the yucky stuff out, all the horrible toxins, because the lymphatic system, maybe lots of you already know, but I didn't know until I started working with New Skin, is that the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. So there's two systems in our body. We've got the circulatory system, which pumps the blood around our body, and that pump is the heart, and the lymphatic system, which is to detox our body, but it doesn't have a pump. And the only way the toxic lymph fluid can move through the body is if we move our bodies. And
Mm.
sadly, these days, a lot of us sit at desks all day, right? We're not moving our bodies very much. So, the good news is because it's just below the surface of the skin, you don't need to like press hard to get it moving. Just glide the Lumi Spa or the Boost over the surface of the skin, and it'll get that lymph fluid moving. And that's why it gives you this beautiful sculpted appearance, because all the toxic puffiness is being drained away. Now,
Yeah,
so,
and you also see it in the jowls
oh,
sometimes,
true,
just
like around
along
here.
here. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. And now, what do we do once we finish?
You just simply take the head off, rinse it under warm water, and that's it. Wipe the inside. You've got to look after your Lumi Spa. It'll
Yeah.
look after you, and you'll look after it. And then you just wipe the cleanser off, um,
Yeah.
and your face is beautiful and clean, ready for the next step, which is always use a toner, I say,
Yeah.
anyway, to
Yes.
get your pH balance back. And
Me
then
too.
we will go on to, oh, there we go. Then we go on to the treatment, because the steps in your skincare routine is cleanse, tone, treat. So whether that be with the boost or with a serum or the correcting line,
Pearls.
yeah, the pearls, the line corrector. There's so many treatments that we have, and then you moisturize and sun protect as well. So
Absolutely.
these are some before and afters that we've put together, and it's just incredible the difference that the Lumi Spa can make to your skin. The bottom left, I just love that because she was so prone to breakouts, and now she's just glowing clear skin. It's just beautiful. And the middle one, she's glowing, the fine lines are diminished, and she actually has got a bit of a lift in her face. And the one on the right, she's just beautiful, but really has depuffed.
Yeah, incredible, isn't it? Where you see all the different results. And I mean, look, none of us are perfect at taking our photos. It's really hard to get the lighting the same all the time. But, I just say to people, look, we're not professional photographers. These are the results of our customers. This is what they've shared with us. And I don't know, for me, it's just such a blessing, and it makes me so happy to hear how confident people are in their own skin after they start using these products. All right, so moving on to the Boost, Lumi Spa's little sister. Incredible device, makes our skin look brighter, more hydrated, more rejuvenated. So we're going to go through that. I will use the Boost and show you how to use it. But first of all, I want to talk about how the Boost works, because what's amazing about the Boost is that it's using a waveform, so an electrical current, a specific waveform that is patent pending. So no one else in the world is able to use this particular waveform, and it is clinically proven to give the most amazing results. Now, this is all maybe a little bit technical, but if you're a science geek like me, you'll enjoy it. So it's called a biphasic modulated pulsed microcurrent. And to break that down, biphasic means it swaps between positive and negative. So it's a back and forth flow in your skin. So that gives an even stimulation. So it's balance between the positive and the negative current. And it also makes it very gentle. So very gentle on the skin, but still giving the most amazing results. Modulated, that means that the pulses are delivered in short bursts. Short bursts that vary. So they vary in how long the bursts are, and they vary in terms of how intense the microcurrent actually is. And what that does is it keeps your skin guessing. Your skin's like, oh, what's happening next? So it's a bit like giving your face a workout at the gym. And then the microcurrent. So biphasic modulated pulsed microcurrent. So microcurrent, a low level electrical current used for the skin microcurrents have been used for 50, 60 years now, maybe even longer in facial aesthetics. But this one is a brand new waveform and it increases something in our skin. I've put ATP there, but the technical name is adenosine triphosphate. This is like the most important part of our cell. It's where all of the energy is. And using microcurrents, it helps with the nutrient and oxygen delivery to our cells, and it also helps our products that we use to penetrate more deeply. So we get these most incredible results.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
glad you
need
did
to.
that slide. You're very good at explaining the technicals. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. So I was going to then start using it. So Sim, do you want to explain what I'm doing as I do it? So we've got the serum and the boost.
Yes, so the boost will not work without the serum. So you need to actually put the serum on. I like to put it on the treatment head first,
Yeah,
and then because you only do one side at a time, it's 1 minute per side. So you
yeah.
put the serum on, and what that does, it will cover the whole head of the boost, and that needs to happen so that the microcurrents actually work. So you would then, have you turned it on yet or not yet? So then
Yes, I've just swiped up.
you swipe it up to turn it on, and then you would go and then start the treatment. And the slower the better with um, the boost, because you just want to really make sure that it's doing what it's meant to do. And you just do it really slow and you go all the way up to the hairline.
I love it.
And
And
it's
you know,
so good. And it's only 1 minute each side. It's so
it's
quick and
so
easy.
easy. And
Mm,
I always use mine in the morning because I figured, you know what, if I'm going to have beautiful skin, I want to have it all day. So why do the
yes,
booster? You know, who's
yes,
once a day in the morning. And the other thing I love is the shape of the treatment head on it. You can come, because it's so gentle, you can come right up under the eye area and you can go right over the eye lid, up the top part of the eyelid and across the brow bone. So it helps to give you a bit of an eye lift as
yeah,
well. And don't press hard. You don't need to press hard. Just let the microcurrent do the work. When it's finished, it pauses. You put on more serum and do the other side of your face. And then I just like to gently sort of tap it again, upwards and outwards motion. All right, so
yeah.
I'm going to share the screen again and let's have a chat about the clinical trials and some of the phenomenal ingredients that are in the serum. So, like for me, this is like one of the best serums I have ever come across. It is absolutely packed with the most
Mm.
amazing active ingredients, and the price point is so, so good. So, some of you may like to
But
grab
what
it.
it's got in it, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's such a good price point, and we've had it on sale. I think a few of the other countries have had it on sale as well. So I've got about 20 of them.
Did you
Shh.
stock up?
I hope everybody else got to buy some. But anyway, so the clinical trial results, as you can see them there, bouncier skin, plumper skin, brighter skin, smaller pores, smoother skin, firmer skin, softer skin. And the results were evident after just 1 week of use. That's
Mm.
really significant. So you could see the results at one use. This is through a clinical grader. And then by the end of the 12 weeks, the results were obviously even more significant. All right, can you chat through these, please, Sim?
Amazing, amazing results. Just, I mean, you can just see that the difference that it has made to the appearance of the skin itself and the diminishing of the fine lines, the pigmentation. And it's, for 2 minutes a day, it's phenomenal that you can get these results
Just the
in that
clarity.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed the clarity of people's skin and that even texture and tone. And
Yeah.
it's really interesting, like with the hyperpigmentation, like Marguerite was speaking about that before. There are certain ingredients in the serum that really help with hyperpigmentation. So we're going to talk about those. But first of all, let's talk about hydration. I can go through what humectants are and what's in the product, but Sim, can you tell us a bit about hydration and what happens to us as we're aging?
Yes. Now, it starts young, but we actually don't see it until we're in our 30s or 40s. So, in the early to mid 20s, our hyaluronic acid production begins to drop. And the hyaluronic acid is a humectant. So that means we're starting to dehydrate. And so by the time we're in our 30s, the skin barrier then weakens. And so moisture escapes a lot more easily. So again, we're drying out. 40s, the oil production slows down, especially post-menopause. Hands up, hello. And because of this, our skin becomes drier, tighter, duller, and we just don't want that. So we
Just
need to
blur.
put all the moisture. We need to put all the moisture back in our skin, and this is
Yeah.
a great way to do that.
Right. So in our magical serum, there are three different types of hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is a humectant. It attracts and binds moisture to the skin. So it gets water from the environment and water from inside your body and helps to store it in your skin. Now, that is quite remarkable. And the reason there's three different types in this serum is that they have three different molecular weights and they serve different purposes. I won't read out all the names because you can see them there, but the first one, really small molecules that are easily absorbed, they penetrate the skin and then they help your skin to hydrate itself from within. Because remember what it's doing, it's attracting and binding moisture. In this case, with this first type, deep inside the skin. The next one is still small but a little bit larger, and what that does is it helps with the skin barrier and helps to provide longer lasting, slow release hydration that lasts all day. So that's another reason it's great to use your boost in the morning. And then we've got these large molecules, which people often say to me, well, why bother with those, right? Because they're not going to penetrate the skin. And they're right. They don't penetrate the skin, but there's a purpose to them. They help with extended hydration. They help to keep the moisture locked within. They create like this, that cross polymer word there, that just means a mask. You can't see
Mm.
it, but it's like a mask over the top of your skin that provides constant hydration, which is really absolutely wonderful. Now, what else is in it? How gorgeous is that flower? The sea daffodil extract. So, what happens with this particular ingredient is it helps with the dark spots and the hyperpigmentation. It also helps with hydration, but this is one of the main ingredients that's helping with the hyperpigmentation, the age spots. And the other one, I haven't put it on the screen here, but it's caviar lime extract. That's a natural alpha hydroxy acid. So beautiful and gentle on the skin and just helps to sort of peel away, or melt away. That's a better way of explaining it. Melt away pigmentation that is sitting on the surface of the skin. Makes the skin beautiful and bright. So we've also got vitamin C in there. And we've also got something called niacinamide, which is really good again for reducing the dark spots and the discoloration, the pigmentation, hyperpigmentation, I should say. So those are all the ingredients that are in there. And so make sure you use your Lumi Spa twice a day, morning and night, as the first step in your skincare routine. Look after your Lumi, as Sim said. Like I've had a few teamies reach out to me and say, oh, like it's still like it's got not working or whatever, and it's because they've never taken the treatment head off. What? Take the treatment head off, people.
Clean
Remove the
it.
treatment head. Because even though it's medical grade silicone, it's antimicrobial silver, it's completely hygienic, it's not going to be hygienic if you don't clean it, right? You have to wash it. And the gunk will all build up underneath the head if you don't
Yeah.
take the head off. Take the head off every single time, and your Lumi Spa will last you forever.
Yeah.
And then Boost magical device. I love it. I love that. No one else in the world has got what we have. We are so lucky. So if you don't have both of these devices, make sure you reach out to the person who invited you onto this call. And then, yeah, I
And
think,
also a tip with cleaning the boost, can I just say, a
yes,
baby's toothbrush. So it's really, really soft. So go and get a baby's toothbrush, and
yeah,
because you need to clean behind and in all the grooves. And
yeah,
it's a great way to clean the boost.
so
Don't put it
true.
underwater. Don't put it underwater. This is not
No,
waterproof.
it's not waterproof. You can sort of run the water over the head. You can. I do that.
Yeah.
But
I,
anyway,
yeah.
so there we go. Lumispa and Boost. Woo!
Hang on.
Wow. It is amazing. It is
Yay!
amazing. This is
Oh,
nice, nice, nice. So, in the United States, unfortunately, we don't have Boost. But
no.
no, but they do sell it in Canada.
Ah,
They sell in
so
Canada, and I heard a rumor that
I love a good
Canada
rumor.
this weekend or something, they're having some kind of discount. That's what I heard.
Oh,
Also, the galvanic
okay.
spa. Yeah, the
Oh,
galvanic spa. In the US, we call it facial spa, FDA cleared. But right now, we sold out, so we don't have it. If you want to get it, you get it from our next door neighbor,
yeah. Well, very
Wow.
handy.
the
We don't have
Canadians,
next
the
door neighbors
Mexicans.
here.
Yeah, I know you have it. While you guys going to have
Which,
convention, it's going to be amazing. So, I
yeah.
have a question. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody has any questions, but I have a question. Um, I heard you can use the boost with the pumps. Have you heard of
Yes.
that?
I
Yeah.
have heard that. Now, I heard that from one of the skin specialists in the UK. She
Mm-hmm.
definitely said that you could use it with the vitamin C collagen pump. So we don't have those in Australia anymore. We haven't had them
Oh.
yeah, we haven't had them for a little while now. But yes, and look, my personal thoughts are that the boost serum is what is called ionically charged. And that's why
Mm.
you can, right, so you can use it with a microcurrent device because it has a charge. The pumps don't have a charge. So I'm not sure whether she perhaps meant that you could mix them together because as long as you combine
Mm.
it with something that has an ionic charge, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
I have heard that after you galvanic your face, you could use the boost, and you can
Yeah.
actually put the line corrector together with this
Yes.
with the boost cream, and then you
Yes.
could put on your face, and you have even better result.
Definitely. And because all of the products that you use with the galvanic spa, like the line corrector that you're referring to, this is also ionically charged. So that's
Mm.
right. So that's why it works. Yeah. So you're
Wow,
you're
wow,
you're exactly right. You're exactly right.
wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's see. Anybody has any questions?
Yeah. Feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, feel free to ask questions. Oh, I want to talk about Lumi Spa a little bit. So since the US don't have galvanic, facial spa, we don't have Boost. We only have we have the Renew Spa and we have the Lumi Spa. So somebody shared with me that you could use the Lumi Spa in the shower
You
to
can you can
for
use
your
the Lumi Spa.
neck, for your arm, for
Oh,
your
you mean the Renew
armpit.
Spa?
No, I'm talking about the Lumi Spa.
Oh, the Lumi Spa. Yes, yes.
I have people that use the Lumi Spa. So as we women, as we get more mature, we have things that drooping going south, not just the face. Anyway, so you could try it,
Yeah.
and you're
I
right, and it has very amazing effect.
yes. So
Except we can't
one
show in
of
the picture.
I, I don't know if I mean most of you hopefully know my beautiful mentor Karen Miller's.
Uh-huh.
Her daughter, with no
Hmm.
pictures being shown, but her daughter was using it here for a bit of
Uh-huh.
a lift, and it worked.
Uh-huh. Whoa. I didn't know that. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
heard. And someone told me that their grandmother was like 95-year-old, and so their skin becomes older. She hadn't seen her mom for a while, it became old and scaly. And
yeah.
so she was using the Lumi Spa on her mom. And then on the third day, all of a sudden, all the little scale start coming off,
Wow.
and the
Wow.
skin become very, very smooth. So the Lumi
Yeah,
is quite
that's
interesting.
so
Oh,
good.
and then something else too. You know, now the rumor has it, probably it's true, the galvanic spa eventually will have IO. And
Yes.
our Lumi spa has been IO'd. So when I was on Team Elite trip, Tove from Norway asked me, "Does do I use the Lumi Spa with IO machine?" And I said, "Yeah, I used to, but then one time for some reason my machine dropped off, dropped the hook with the Lumi Spa IO. So I haven't been doing it. Plus, I think if you're more than 10 feet away from your where you keep your cell phone and your shower, then it will not really hook up. So
Yeah.
they told me that we really need to get our WellSpa IO and the LumiSpa IO and also our Prism IO to be IO'd. We need them IO'd because that is data collection. It collects data. And then someday it's going, remember one time they said that LumiSpa, I think Steve Hatcher says, when do most people use the LumiSpa? From the IO in the beginning, they found out that most women using it at 11 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I'm like five
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
So I think the percent, so maybe they'll have Australia. In Australia, the percentage are whatever, men and women, and then what time zone they use it, it'll come up. So we need to IO it so that they will know. If you don't
Right.
IO, the system doesn't know.
Wow, because yeah, I need to reconnect mine because I'm a bit not all that technical, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
I
I do
know.
it with the Well Spa. I call it you guys call it the Renew Spa. I have it connected and I do it with that. But yeah, I need to reconnect my Lumi, and I use my Lumi in the shower. So I need to have my phone, as you said, like right nearby, I suppose.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to, so I have come back and I know I talked about it, but I hooked up, but I haven't really, what it is. I actually have my old Lumi Spa in my shower and my Lumi Spa IO and next to my sink.
Right.
So I said, okay, I really need to hook up. So company says, so let's say AI is getting really advanced. Let's say a year from now or 2 years from now, if we keep doing our data collection, we'll have some good stories about the Lumi Spa.
Yeah, and you're so right. And that's our responsibility too. Like if we want to continue to have the largest anti-aging database in the world, then we need to be a part of contributing to that. Like I feel like, yeah, a nice reminder. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what I found. Hold on, somebody has a question. Hold on. There is. She also used the Lumi Spa cleanser on the body. Yeah, why not? Hey, you
Yeah,
have high PV.
yeah, yeah.
PV use
And
Lumi Spa cleanser on
PVC.
the body.
So true. And remember, we didn't talk about it, but there are 5 different cleansers. So make sure you choose the one that's suitable for your skin type. So with that 90-year-old lady that Marguerite was talking about, the dry cleanser would have been the best option for her for,
Yeah,
hydration and nourishment to the skin. So just make sure you choose the right one for
yeah,
you.
perfect. Wow, thank you, two ladies. It is
Thank you.
wonderful, wonderful seeing you, Susie,
Oh,
Susan,
nice.
and then
Thank you.
good to know you, Simone. That's such a pretty name.
Oh,
Simone is a
thank
French
you.
name,
Lovely to meet
right?
you all. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me
Yay.
on.
that's
Woohoo.
great. So, all right. So, thank you everyone for joining us with very good learning. And tomorrow, oh, okay, someone saying thank you. And tomorrow I think we'll have Rosalind or someone to come and share with us about galvanic spa. And I heard the future is galvanic spa IO too, but at the moment,
That's
not yet,
exciting.
right? Yeah, so it'll be very, very exciting. Okie doke. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for
Bye,
coming.
everyone.
We'll
Have an
see
amazing
you.
day.
See you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Susan.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Thanks,
Marguerite.
Bye.
ladies. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Let me end this.